So you're playing Kali into Galio. Sounds disgusting.
Very.
Okay. You're sending that to deny them being in there, but yeah. Slight HP deficit, but doesn't really matter. Okay, now you've lost 2 minions to do Q auto on him. Might be worth, I don't know. Okay, lost another minion. Probably lost like 3, 4 right now. Yeah, you lost 3 minions. They were all melee minions too. Feels bad.
Rip.
Okay, just expect to gank you. Yeah. Really nice. Galio just kind of hinted it. Okay, so farming on the turret with most champions, you don't want to just like use ability that hits multiple backline minions, because most of the time that ability will deal too much damage and you can't kill them anymore.
Okay.
So at least like in the early game, you just kind of want to auto the minion that the turret's gonna attack twice. So like these are like really simple. Two shots from this one. That one is an auto Q. This one you need to auto it beforehand. Like as soon as you see the line, you can auto it twice probably with your attack speed, and then you can get every single backline minion that way. But now you're just losing like the rest of the minions just because you had to queue that one time. Otherwise, you could have like if you stood like around. You can see my mouse, right?
Oh yeah.
If you stand like if you stood around here and you queued like so the cone was like in this area, you probably get this one, and that's optimal for you. These minions die from one turret shot and one auto attack, so you don't even have to auto attack these. But because you queue them, they're in a really awkward spot where you can't actually kill them anymore. Because you can't auto attack enough to get this one down before the turret gets to it. This one you could have gotten, but you just kinda got minion blocked. It happens.
.961.
So yeah, definitely like need to focus more on the CS, because I think when you're playing the lane, you don't really focus as much on the CS. You're more focused on where this guy is and how you're going to trade with him.
Mm-hmm.
I feel like that's how you play your lanes. And that's also like how you like with the champions you're playing.
That sounds about right for the most part.
Yeah. Meanwhile, you should be looking at, okay, well, how is the lane? Am I going to miss CS if I do the trade? And if so, is it worth it to take the trade? Like early game, you did Q auto on him. Like that didn't matter, but you just lost like 50-ish gold for it. Here you lost another 2 minions for a trade that doesn't really affect the lane that much, outside of him being low on mana. Which is kind of helpful so you don't get ganked, but you kind of just need to shove this wave in now and then recall. Because if Fiddlesticks was here right now, like he could just zone you, he could just zone you off this shit, and then they could just freeze the wave. But it's the Zero, so it wouldn't happen. But theoretically, and now I recall here. Recalling would have been fine. Galio can't shove the wave because he doesn't have the mana for it. He has TP advantage, so you kind of needed to recall to match his TP, but okay, you stop his recall. And then it isn't as bad. No, it's just really awkward for you to recall now. Well, it probably works out, I hope for you, but yeah. So, if you had actually like gone for like the recall after you, I think it's this way we shoved. Let me just check. Like you need to recall way before this, because you need to recall in such a way that you matches his TP. Now he just gets to shove in the wave, because you can't react to it, because he has full mana. He can easily shove waves as Galio. So what you actually do is here, when you have this wave, right? You just hard shove it and then you recall, because you know he's looking for a back because he has no mana, and because he has TP, like
Yeah.
he can back basically whenever he wants and he won't miss anything.
Well, who's like,
Yep.
I
I
mean,
mean,
like everything that he's saying is making sense, so I'm just agreeing, you know.
yeah.
No, I get it. He's saying, then you hear,
And then it's like the cello just pops off.
the cello's agreeing.
Yeah.
The cello is just his mind,
Oh.
and Proctor is like spitting these musical facts.
Yeah, and the cello's like, mm-hmm.
It's like, I get it.
Yeah. Yeah.
Pop off, king. You can continue.
Yeah.
That was funny. Here to
'Cause,
verify the
yeah.
Proctor isn't a fucking idiot.
Of course I'm not, but
Of course I'm not an idiot.
I'm only 90% an idiot. But yeah. Okay, so I don't think you kill this, but you. Wait, do you actually kill this? Oh, okay. Wait, you need the flash. He doesn't die, right? Oh, holy shit. Nice. That's actually really good. I was joking if he was actually going to die, because I don't know Akali damage, but I guess he just dies there. And then because Galio is an idiot, you don't lose as much. Look at this. Like, this is like basically perfect for him. He comes back to lane and he just holds this wave, and then you lose like probably like 2 or 3 of these melee minions. Instead he shoves it and you basically lose nothing. Okay. So now you can kill him in lane, right? So now you're actually like. So now it's worthwhile to go for trades for you, because you actually have a chance to kill him. In the early game, he has to fuck up really bad for him to actually die to you. So I feel like in the early game you just kinda wanna farm. Of course, if he steps out of line, like poke him. Like if he goes up to CS while you have nothing to CS, poke him. Otherwise, just CS. Then you get your items, and level 6 you kill him like you did this game. But you would have just been stronger, and you probably wouldn't have had to flash. Just because you had more farm, and you had a recall beforehand. You probably could have got a little more than Hextech Revolver, and you wouldn't have needed the flash at all. At least that's the way I see it. Because Galio is just really annoying to deal with for any AP character in the early game. Like, you don't kill him.
Yeah, true.
Now you can scare him off waves, of course. Like, scare him off minions if you just... Like, imagine he was in the lane, he wants to CS this, you just walk up here, and you just spread him off it. If you can. Of course he's gonna Q it, but then he uses mana and pushes the wave for you. Okay, now you kind of roaming bot lane. Yeah. It's fine. So, yeah, this also some cooldown, I guess, but it's really scary for you against the fiddlesticks to be in like this area right here, because you can just ult over the wall and then you're basically dead. So if you don't know where he is and if his ult isn't up, you kind of want to avoid like like standing around this side. Just generally speaking, feels like he's gonna stand over here and one ult over the wall.
I need a little beanie.
And you die, yeah.
Walkthrough, I had a kid, by the way.
You had a what?
A kid.
You had a kid? Nice.
You see my child.
So, who is the father?
Where do you see it?
Wait, do I see it? And when does it need to now? I would actually need to open this up so I can see it. No, it doesn't show, sadly. It's just kind of loading for me. What? What did you do? What? Whoa. So explain to me, why do you flash? I'm guessing you pressed R and you somehow fat fingered it.
I
I
actually
hope
wanted
so.
to flash and ult actually to get behind them.
But you just
You
walk
should
up
have
to him.
streaming mode on.
Like why would you expend flash when he's literally in the perfect spot for you to just walk up to him? Like you just walk up and you just kill him, right?
I guess I kind of wanted a better angle to ult.
I mean, I guess, but like he's gonna give you the angle to ult when he walks past you. Unless he's gonna stand like in this spot where you just kill him anyway.
Yeah.
So I don't really see why you would flash. Yeah. Like if it's like, oh, he's gonna get away if I don't flash, or I'm gonna lose something if I don't flash. But I don't think I don't think the flash there is worth it at all. Like imagine you had like flash right now or some shit and you just flashed on him, just auto you ult him for like 90% of his HP or something. So I don't know. Generally, if you're coming up behind them, you don't want to flash to them when you can just walk to them. He doesn't have any other escape path except for you. So you don't need to use your gap closer there.
Okay.
Like E maybe, just so you get on him or something, but or your ult, but not your flash. Like it has too long of a cooldown. It's too versatile. Especially not when you can't shoot ult with it. That's kind of mean, but see something here. Oh, if you had E'd, so the E actually hit him, you could have just followed him here, and you would have killed him probably.
Yeah. Yeah.
But it's not like he ults out. Like he ult at the same time you use UE, so you could do anything about it. And generally, it's better to you get close to the target rather than just hope you hit it. So it's whatever. Nice, good kill.
There we go, it's working now.
Oh yeah, I saw it. I saw it in one of your streams, just fucking banging away to finish goal or something. Okay, so I don't know. Okay.
Resembles me a lot, no?
Yes.
I guess I kind
Almost
of
as
tunnel
autistic.
visioned on Poppy, and I didn't see. I didn't
No.
expect Fiddle to be there.
Yeah, no. Of course you didn't. Else you wouldn't have gone for it. But generally speaking, chasing two tanks into fog of war is
Not a
kind of
good
not the
idea.
best thing. Especially it's like, oh, you killed one support. Okay, well the support is topside. Well, like even if it's just even if it was just Jin here, you still die. like,
Yeah. Sure.
like if it's either one of like the carry champions here, you die. So it's like super risky to try and go into fog of war here, unless they've shown other sides of the map, which they haven't. So don't over chase. Like even if it was like if the squishy person, you probably could have killed them, but especially not tanks, but even squishy people, like chasing into fog of war is really bad. especially against Fiddle, because any of his abilities will fear you if he's doing it from fog or fall. So okay, so I don't know. This is just fucking meme fighting. I don't know. This just seems like so dumb from both sides. So it's like, look, before you really like go for it, right? You were mid lane. You took this CS. You see, then it's like, oh, they're fighting top side. It's like, well, this is a dumb fight for both teams, basically. Like, at least for most for your team. You can just go bot lane and just catch 2 waves. You don't need to go up there.
Stand, you fucking faggot! My bad.
Huh. Like, I don't think going topside here is correct at all. I don't really see like the use of it. It's like also
Stand!
why is he going
Unless.
AP? He's going AP UD against Galio. Oh. Also, don't just walk into his ult radius when he's on you.
Yes.
Then you just heal him. Yeah, but
I
I
know,
think
right?
I think you just like after took mid lane, just go bot lane and get that wave. Those 2 waves were basically an entire kill that you just missed just because
Good.
you want to go top lane to do a fight.
Because you deserve it.
And it's like, well, unless you ace them, it's not worth it.
Mmm. Clocked your pot. Clocked your cock. Mmm.
Mm-hmm.
Mmm. Mmm. Clocked your cock. Somebody paid me $10 on stream earlier. They were like, bot review this while I was just chilling. I was like, you know what? I might just will.
Okay,
Some
so
EUS D2 guy. Or he's in his like
it's like he
D2
died.
promos.
Which makes no sense. So you're in the back line, chilling, dying,
He was
cause
like plat last
fucking
season.
Pobby.
He was like plat 4 last season.
So,
Honestly, I thought I could kill him. Like, I think if I just hit my auto, I probably would have killed him. But I don't know.
so you see the teleport. The only like it's either Galio, but he's here, or it's Poppy. If they're in front of you, like you're not going on the back line. Oh wait, you missed the. Well,
I like E to get out because I
yeah,
knew
but Poppy,
that I was like kind of dead. And
and you don't kill that. I'm gonna be honest.
I mean E. Let's see. E auto Q, and then
And then what?
I guess he still one taps me. Yeah.
Yeah, like he one taps you. If you actually got all that off the time he did an auto attack, he still wins it.
Yeah.
It's just really hard for a character to play when you're sitting on top of a puppy. Like, so I don't know. I think,
So how could I have played that team fight better?
well, first of all, like, so
First of all, stop hinting.
first
Second
of all, you see the TP, right? All right. So either here, you just instantly go on this guy, or you just change targets to the Swain, who's overextended.
Oh, what do I have up?
You have
Oh,
everything
okay.
up. Well, except ults. Except ult, but yeah, all the normal spells and ignite. So here you either change, like either you just E to get this guy, or you just switch targets to Swain. So after you kill, like if you kill Swain here, it's like okay, now that fit is
No,
gone,
I'm
and
not
you
out.
going over here basically means you're overextending. If you had ult, you probably kill this guy, but you don't, so it's kind of risky.
What is a better angle? This? This?
When will we see your cock? But you know, it's either that or you fucking just like E this way, so you end up with a wall and you flash Q to try and kill the fiddlesticks or something. But I think going for the Swain is a lot easier, and you probably get the kill like 9 out of 10 times.
This one?
And then he would have been dead before this. It's like the thing is, like
Oh,
you
I
don't
missed
wanna
the key one,
you
Swain.
Yeah, no, like that happens. She was there anyway. But as the assassin, you generally don't want to stand on top of the CC tank, especially if you're playing like mobility carry. You don't want to mobility assassin. You don't do it on top of the poppy because you're just gonna press W and you don't get to do anything anymore.
This is my infrared thermometer.
So I think if you go down to the Swain, then it's like okay, then these will then come slower. You would have killed the Swain a lot earlier. Then you could either like go on to the Galio also down here, or you could try and go for the Fiddlesticks.
Okay.
Because like you like playing on top of the poppy is really bad. There's nothing you really do when you're on top of a poppy.
Proctor's a dirty goddamn traitor, by the way.
Yes, I am.
He's
Man,
an
you can just ask
imposter.
TFT coaching whenever you want.
And then I just shouldn't have Eid. I just should
Yeah,
have.
you shouldn't have been like you were out. Like it was all good.
Yeah.
Like you were actually out, and you could have just backed off. You could have went down, taken the plant, and then you might have been able to help the fight afterwards or something.
Proctor is 1000% the imposter.
I'm always the imposter. If I'm not the first, second, I'm the third, fourth, or fifth imposter. But so yeah. I mean, honestly, I die early in a lot of games because I just do my tasks and I don't care about following people around, so I'm alone. But okay, so yeah, the fight. Don't like you basically just overplayed the fight by trying to like force your way through a poppy. You don't need to force your way through a poppy at all. You just play with your
Wonder how
team.
bright this bitch can get.
You don't need. Why do you ult? What? Like as
True.
soon
I think it's a good question.
like it doesn't make any sense to me. Like you're already on top of him. You just Q him or like E him or something. Like because by you ulting, you actually get so far away from him. Like if you had flash, you just flash this way. He's out. He's literally just gone, and then you
I
lose
think
the kill.
I like muscle memory. I just ult.
Yeah, I think you
Ult
just see the
Q.
carry and you just press R on them, and that's kind of
Yeah.
bad. Okay, this is nice flanking.
Haha, skin reveal.
I'm dead.
Right, yeah.
I'm dead.
So
Gray screen.
like I don't like you have your abilities up, but you just don't
I
press
wish I'd
anything for
just,
so long. I don't
I
know.
wish I'd just gray screen IRL.
And after like Poppy ults them away, you wanna try and get out, but it's really hard for you because you get CC'd. Like the good thing about the flank is you get behind the enemies, right? And then you basically just go for the Galio, but you don't queue here. I don't know why. And you queue nothing, and then you keep walking up. Probably just didn't realize they got altered away. I don't blame you.
Online
I like
meeting.
Gunblade queued.
Yeah, but you don't.
I have
I
a
don't think
quiz
you can get
over
the kill.
Hurricane Diana.
Yeah, you're basically just dead here. There's nothing you can do about
Eh,
it. I don't think. Like, I think you flanking here was really good. I think it was kind of mean you should just insta queue the Galio. Because you do. I think you also hit the Swain with it. We'll see what I mean. Oh wait, it's further back. It's
cock, yep, cock.
like right here. Like if you just queued as
Q
soon as
right
you
there.
saw him.
Oh,
Like
he
I think
flashed.
you hit
Okay.
him and the Swain.
Reaction time, I guess.
I mean, it's not reaction time. It's like the
Oh
fight
wait,
was
no, you're
happening.
right.
You were looking at the fight, so it's just thinking about what you want to do in the fight before you go in. And I think you're just like, oh, you would ignite the Galio and then you Q him out, like Q where he's dead. Gunblade is already down beforehand. Unfortunately, you get hit by that.
I took my pike to Bronze Eagle.
So yeah, like that's like one mistake in that fight, which kind of would have made a difference.
Bronze
Would have gotten
Eagle.
Paddock another. You probably got like one extra Q off, an extra Paddock auto attack, maybe something more. But generally, the fight would have ended up the same way. You winning it. Nice. See, that's a fine start. That's a fine place to hold because you need to get on them as fast as possible so they don't get to push out the dragon. And then you back off because, yeah, Poppy's annoying. But now we look at the game and we look at 100 CS at 22 minutes. And we think to ourselves, well, you probably lost like 40 just in the early game.
Yeah.
But at
And
least
then
like 30 of
dying
those
so
were
many
you just
times.
missing CS because you wanted to do other stupid shit. And then you just decided to try and go to fights that were kind of bad anyway. Okay. Yeah, you got it. Let's see if you can get out.
What?
Nice. Oof, you're dead here, right?
Yeah.
What do
Yeah.
you mean?
So,
Y'all playing Among Us? Oh, okay.
It's not me, I swear.
let's Key can speed it up again.
Cock
You
night.
got the TP now, you just completely back off.
Cock.
Well, Uda's just kind of taking the bot side. Like, all the gold players, you can't even get that. And because, like, top lane was still in his lane, he gets top XP, you have to share with the AD carry. So you're just kind of falling behind because you can't get any CS on the map anymore. Okay, so explain to me why you would ever ult the tanks.
Uh, just for gap close, I guess.
Yeah, but you're gap closing alone into 3 people.
Yeah, I figured it like if I had W, I can still kind of like
Yeah, you
bait
can,
it
but
out and then
it's
let
like
them.
most of the time if you're doing stuff like this, it's because you can kill the person you're engaging on, or because you can stall them, right?
Mm-hmm.
The only way you stall these people is if they decide to like just completely turn around and fight you. Because you don't have CC really, so it's kind of like you can't stop them from just running away from your team, who are like really far behind you.
Mm-hmm.
So like if these people hadn't been like the fucking free tanks, like it might have been good because you could have maybe killed someone because you're a Kali, but you don't have like the damage to one shot any of these characters. So instead, what ends up happening is you ult in. One of your biggest cooldowns is gone, and you just get CC'd and it's useless for the rest of the fight. I think it was really bad of your fault in this team, like that early in the team fight.
Okay.
It's like you're not the main initiation, right?
Yeah,
You,
I'm supposed to be like
you're supposed to
waiting after people.
you're supposed to like flank. You're supposed to like flanking like the Fiddlesticks is doing right now. As I said,
Mm-hmm.
Raptor Pit is like his favorite spot. Luckily, like your team like kind of already backed out, but you either want to go for like a flank or like somehow get around the enemy tanks. You almost never want to fight the enemy tanks unless they're the last people left, or you for some reason can't get the flank off and you just have to play front to back, which just means that like uh, your characters in the back line, the 2 front lines are meeting, and then the enemy characters in their back line. That's front to back. Okay, so like yeah, because you can't really deal damage to these characters at all. It's unfortunate, but that's just the way it is. Galio has too much MR. Poppy's just Poppy, you don't deal damage to her, and Swain has magic resist and assaults, so it's almost impossible for you to kill him.
Okay.
Like the only people you can really kill on the enemy team, like easily, is Jin and kind of Fiddlesticks. Otherwise, you just kind of want to play fight slow. Now they're getting the dragon. What do you think about jumping over? I guess. Oh, yeah, you needed to. It was soul dragon. Okay. Okay. Like I don't know why you flashed in the middle of the ults.
I kind of like press. What I do is I buffer ults on them, and then I like flash to get in range. But I'm in ult
You're in ult range
already,
anyway,
so I just ult and then
and you
flash in the middle.
flash, which is
Yeah.
really bad because then not only do you lose out on like the full length of your ult, and you never ult through where Poppy is. It's almost always a bad idea. She just presses W, but like that's just like you not knowing your range. Yeah, like man, it just feels so useless being an assassin against like this kind of a team.
Yeah, like they're all pretty tanky.
Yeah,
And then Swain and Fiddle also heal a bunch.
yeah,
But I think in this one I was first pick, like
yeah.
in the lobby, so I just picked Akali because
No,
comfort
like
champion, you know.
I mean, you can make a Kali work into this. Like, you just kill the Jin. Like that's your job. But I feel like okay, so this is my opinion on builds, and I almost never build Morello, because I think it's not that good. Like you put a lot of gold into it.
I think I really only bought it because of Swain and Fiddle.
Yeah. So what you can do, it might sound weird, but you can just buy Executioner's Calling.
Oh yeah, because my autos proc it.
Your auto sprocket, your E procket, and you scale off AD anyway, so it's not like you waste gold.
Yeah, true.
Like this, of course, like it's AOE, so like it's nice, but like you shouldn't
Mm-hmm.
be like the main person getting like anti-healing anyway.
I should probably get Leandri's instead, right?
Yeah, I feel like the others would be a lot better, just because
Yeah.
like you're not like you even though like you can spam abilities, so it's not like Morello will stop being procced, but
Mm-hmm.
you can't really do it a lot because if you stand in a spot where you can hit a lot of people with Morello, that means you're standing on top of the tanks, which means you're going to get CC'd and you die basically almost every
Yeah,
single time.
true.
So it just feels like Morello is just really
Bad
bad
idea.
this game.
Yeah.
And if instead you had like Leandris, like at least you would be dealing a little bit more damage overall.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Okay.
There'll be some games where like going Morello is fine, but I don't think it's this game. It's like, oh, you want to stop Swain healing, yeah, but like the best like Fiddlesticks healing, well just kill him instead. Like then he doesn't heal anymore. Swain is kind
True.
of different because Swain like he's tanky, like, but it should be like Siva should have Executioner's Calling because of her W, and she
I
just
think
procs it on the entire
I'm
enemy
pretty
team.
sure I'm pretty sure I told her that in chat, but
Yeah, like it makes the most sense for her to have it just because she's actually going to use W, and that's going to proc it on the entire enemy team.
I don't know what I do here. That's why I'm like standing around.
Yeah. Wait, where were you in the beginning of the fight? This one kind of confused about. Okay, you're on the way there. Okay, so yeah, though, like you not standing around this area is actually really good. But when you walk into range, like I think you should have just queued this guy probably. 'Cause I don't know why you're using all your abilities on the Swain and not the Fiddlesticks.
Okay.
Because we already established that Swain is hard for you to kill. Like it's basically impossible for you to kill him alone, unless it's like a pure 1v1, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's like, and you know, since they're walking up this far, like most likely Fiddlesticks gonna be around like somewhere and ulting into like this area. This is the choke point. Right here, like on it, you should just like W him, like Q him. That's the ability, like Q him or E him, and just try and burst this guy out. Like you have ignite up, so you could have just like insta ignited him. It's like if you just like ignite him here, just like ignite and then E back and then you top of the Q or something. Like I don't know the combos on Akali, so like,
That
I'm not gonna
sounds
tell you how to
alright.
combo him, but going for the Swain, who has magic resist first of all, has like 500 more HP, probably more. Oh, 900 more HP instead of just one-shotting the fiddlesticks. Feels kind of hit to me. Because if you did that, like your team would have more HP and you might be able to fight the Swain afterwards. It's like picking the target in the current fight, in the current stage of the fight. So the people you actually could attack was like a Swain, a Fiddlesticks, and the two other tanks. Like those were the people in the fight basically. And out of those people, you kind of just want to kill the Fiddlesticks because, well, his ult is running, so it's a big AoE. He's gonna kill your team. So you want to get that out of the way, and he's the easiest one to kill. If Jin was there, like standing like around this area, you could argue that ulting on top of him is better, just because he's an easy target to kill as well. But yeah, what you basically is controls the game from like you being like super underfed because you didn't basically get any farm this game, and not only like some of your teammates don't know really how to play the fights, but you don't either. So it's just kind of a big pile of people just stat checking each other, which doesn't work when you're trying to stat check a tank. So yeah. And then you probably just like lose another fight and then it's game over, I'm guessing. Yeah. No. Yeah. No, it's team comp difference. Like a team
Yeah,
that wanna run
I
into
think
the enemy and a team that wants you to run into them. It's like no, you lose this every time I think.
I'm pretty sure I told them like I think they just got caught out. I told them like no, don't engage because I was like trying to split push top side,
Yeah, but it
and then
doesn't like
yeah.
like the issue is like the only way you win is if you pick off like Fiddlesticks before the fights, or if you pick off like Fiddlesticks and Jin. Because you can never like pick out a tank because the tanks really. And if you engage on them, what's gonna happen? Oh, Galileu's just gonna ult on the guy you engage on, and Fiddlesticks gonna jump over the wall, and then you lost the team fight. That's basically what happens every single team fight that you have. It's like, oh, you engage on tanks. Oh, Fiddlesticks ults over the wall. You lost. Oh, you engage. Oh, Galileu ults in. CC's your team or like makes the back off, and then Fiddlesticks ults in. Like that's how you basically always play towards the enemies when calling fights, instead of playing towards your own. Before the game ends, I'll go back. So, it's gonna go over like what I think about the early game laning phase. So, as I said, like Galio is way too hard for you to actually kill properly. Just because he's Galio, his W gives him a shield that straight out just blocks like probably half your damage in the early game. So right here, you should be focused on like getting these minions first and then going for him. If you wanted to like poke him because he was going for CS, you want to put your minions lower first, so you can CS first and then engage on him. So like if you were like auto attacking like these minions a little bit, like then it's gonna push into him, but he's Galio. He can't not push the wave because of his passive. You should have been doing that. Like you could have CS'd this minion and then gone for him, or you could have CS'd it with Q and then also hit him. Instead, you kind of Q the minions, putting them low enough for you to kill, but also for your minions to kill. So you don't really think about how like what you are going to CS. You only think about what is he going to CS and can I poke him off of it, which is bad because like you really need the gold, but you're just kind of missing the gold for no reason.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, honestly, Galio fucked this up. You probably should would have been forced to use Flash here. Because if he taunts you and then Fiddlesticks walks up, silences you, then fears you, it's like you're basically dead. or like too low to actually be in lane. Luckily they're bad, so but you can't expect that gank honestly. So
Yeah.
like it's
Yeah.
so early. Like Udi is on his like third camp, meanwhile you're getting ganked mid lane. So it's like not a lot you could do about it. Yeah, siesta minions. Again, you need to learn how to actually CS on a turret properly. Like, wait, does your Q not deal enough damage to kill that? No, it doesn't, okay. I was unsure. Some player Kali. But this, you want to auto-attack the minion as soon as the turret shot it, like before the turret shot its first shot, because then you can auto-attack a second time. And then you get that minion, 100%. Then you could do the like, then. Or you stand, as I told you, you stand here, Q, so this one also gets low, then you get both these minions. And then without damaging these minions, but you damage them, now you're going to lose like 3 CS.
Mm.
Because of, like, just because you don't know how to CS on the turret. Yeah, here like that's fine. Like you're stunning them off. It's dumb that you missed the minion, but I think like where you're standing is fine. Because you're trying to zoning them off, like actually CSing the minions and stuff. So that's good. And now there's no minions, so you can spin aggressive. Minion's gonna be low. Yeah, see like right here, like you're playing it fine. I think this is completely overplaying it, but because you should just be shoving the wave.
Okay.
Either like either you shove this wave like when the other wave hits, or when this wave comes, right? I told you this earlier too, but I'm just recapping it. Like imagine you just cleared this wave in your recall instead of trying to fight him again, because you don't kill him in this fight. Like there's no way. You're just kind of poking him down. And here, this recall is good. Like you needed to do that recall, because if you let this guy recall before you, or like at the same time as you, you're going to lose out because he has TP. That's just TP advantage.
Mm.
It it's something I know because of top lane mostly, but because a lot of mid laners don't take TP. But if your enemy has TP, you always want to be the first. Like you always want to recall before they recall, because they can TP back and almost save any wave state. Meanwhile, you have to like actually set up the wave, because now you recall. Now it's way too late because it's Galio.
But
Galio
you
has like
TP'd already.
yeah,
Yeah.
Galio TP'd already. Galio has incredible wave clear, so he's just gonna instant shove this wave. So you're basically gonna lose like most of the cannon wave, like no matter what you do. Like I'm guessing you have one to stay for like the Hextech Revolver, but if you just farm properly early game, you wouldn't have needed to stay at all. Uh, yeah, no, I don't really have a problem with that fight. Like, I don't know how to play Kali, so I can't really tell you if you did something wrong in the fight. Um,
Mm.
but
I
it
needed
was
flash there, or else the ignite wasn't gonna kill
yeah,
me.
yeah,
That's
no,
why.
you need to do the flash, 100%. I still think that if you just like farm properly early game and you had a better recall timing, it would have been better for you. But also, you you can't recall while they're like in the mid lane. If there's three casters alive in like this, like around this spot, and the enemy wave is gonna
Mm.
come in, this wave is just gonna sit here when you come back. And because this side, your side has more minions, more of these minions are going to die than your minions. And then when you come back, you're going to lose more than the enemy will. So you needed to shove out this wave before you recalled. You have to risk it even though that Fiddlesticks is around the area. Because if you don't, like you lose a lot again. So at this stage, you should have also lost these 2 minions by the way. Probably like one or two of these. So you probably would have been down like at least 2 waves just from having poor back timings. Luckily for you, Galio isn't smart, so you only lose like 1.5 waves instead of like 2.5. So there's that, but this is why like back timings are important and understanding like when you can recall and when you can't. Also when you can roam and when you can't. This is all about where the minions are in the lane and whether your enemy can push out the waves or not. Okay. Do you have any questions? Or anyone else for that matter?
No, for the most part, I agree with everything you're saying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right. So build wise, I know
Like
Morella's probably
Morello
not the
is
best item.
almost never a good item. Unless it's like a lot of healing where like the AoE actually like matters. But if you're trying to kill this guy, you're going to be auto attack him anyway, right? If you like no matter who you're trying to kill, that's the guy you want to reduce the healing of, and you're going to be auto attacking because if you're passive, then you don't need Morello for it at all. It's a lot cheaper to just get Executioner's Calling. If they have like 3 people that heal a lot or something, it's like fucking like Fiddlestick top, Kane jungle, fucking Swain support, I don't know, like a bunch of shit like that. Then or like Soraka mid too. Then yeah, like going Morello is good because you'll get a lot out of it. Or you go a shit ton of damage, and you just one shot them instead. That's what you do on Echo at least.
Yeah. Probably will be playing Echo a little more.
Yeah.
It's really just between Echo and Oriana, to be honest, because
Hey, like
they're
if
both
you go at Echo,
good first
Echo is
pick.
super blind pickable. There's like only a
Yeah.
couple of matchups you really lose as him, and one of them is Kassadin, and you kind of can
Ban
just ban
Kassadin.
Kassadin anyway. Right?
Bad on not playing Galio Annie. Okay.
True, they're good. Okay, so
Cancer champs.
you don't have ult, you don't have ignite, you barely killed him last time. Why are you fighting him?
Because I'm a level up, and Akali's broken.
Yeah, but it's like you're not going to kill him.
Yeah, that turret shot was.
Like even that like you're not going to kill him, and you're just gonna lose like most of this wave for it anyway. For
Yeah.
something where you're not going to kill him. So I just think you really overplayed the fight. Like after like this point, right? Like right now, like his HP's kind of low. When he walks up to CS something, like after that minion, like he was gonna walk up, then you just Q and you do the auto attack and you just walk away. Because like you full on engaging onto a Galio that still has his aftershock up. Like he's gonna block so much of your damage anyway. Also you missed the Q, but
That Q is so bad.
yeah, but like it doesn't really change the outcome. If you
Yeah.
had like now you have all up. So imagine you just like did the quick trade, went back to CSing your minions, and the next time he walks up, then you all in with your ult. Then he's dead.
True.
And because of it,
I'm
you
too
lose.
like trigger happy, I guess.
You just like
Sit
you
back and
just
PS
don't
more.
think about like what you lose from doing the fight. You just think about, oh, I can fight here and I can win a trade. You don't think about, well, what do I gain from the trade and what do I lose from doing the trade? Because you doing the trade means that even if you got out and Pilsik wasn't there, you already lost 3, maybe like 4 minions for doing the one trade, and now you're low on HP. So you can't really stay, because if you get ganked, you're just instantly dead. So that trade was like really bad for you. So you need to basically just think more about the actual lane instead of just, oh, you're opposing laner.
Okay, that makes a lot of sense.
Yeah. Alright.